Hello everybody, my name's Darren and welcome back to the Crypto Challenge. A very special episode because today I'm going to show you how I went from earning nothing to $1,000 a day in just 10 weeks with Bitconnect. But before we start, please click subscribe on the button down there. Click on the little bell to be notified every time I upload a video. If you like what you see regarding Bitconnect, you'll find a link in the description of this video and feel free to leave a comment. And also, why don't you visit my website, bitconnect.tools. Speaking of which, here it is, bitconnect.tools. This is my website. And on here you'll find a ton of information which will help you learn all about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Bitconnect coin, how to lend it, and how I make my money. On here you'll find a beginner's guide which will take you through the background, everything that you need to know to get you started. Here you'll find a tutorial on how to use Bitconnect. It'll take you through the background and it'll take you through the process step by step with pictures. And you'll find a link to my interest calculator, which is a spreadsheet which will calculate your projected earnings. But before I show you how I'm making this money, a lot of people ask me, how's it going, Darren? Will you show us your account? Yeah, come and have a look. And here it is. This is my Bitconnect account. Let's just refresh to get the latest lending wallet balance from all the interest. There we go. Oh, tantalizingly close to my first $10,000 loan. But anyway, here it is. This is my active investment, $22,140. All of it now is profit, which I've simply reinvested. I put in $1,300-ish 10 weeks ago. Well, I put $130 in 10 weeks ago, and I put another $1,000 in about 8 weeks ago. I've had that money back out, so this is house money now. But how much have I made? Let's have a look here. $34,417. And it just keeps going up and up and up. And when my lending wallet gets up to $10,000, which will be in around about 20 minutes, half an hour, I'll do my first $10,000 lend. I was going to do it on camera, but I can't wait. I've got to get this video out. I've got stuff I need to do. And when I do that, my active investment will be $32,000. And I'll be earning 1% a day on average profit from that. But what's interesting is you can see that the lending profit, which is the interest I've received from my active loans, is $5,234. That's a lot of money for interest. I mean, that's a lot of money. Your bank would never pay that out on such a small amount, and this isn't a lot of money. And you've got to remember when you're thinking about how this works is I started very small. I started with $130 10 weeks ago. And then I was only earning 1% of $130. Now I'm earning 1% of $22,000. So you can imagine the interest payments are hockey sticking. They're going up pretty quickly, and you can see that. But you can see that the vast majority of my income, in fact nearly $30,000 of it, has come from the affiliate bonus. This is people using my referral link to join Bitconnect. And every time they do a lend or they have activity on Bitconnect, I earn 5% commission. That's a lot of money. And it actually equates to a huge percentage of my income. And it's this affiliate bonus income which accelerates your earning potential with Bitconnect and can in fact make you a lot of money very quickly, over and above the almost insane 30% which we're all being paid, everybody, regardless of whether you choose to be active in recruiting affiliates. So those headline figures are, well, let's be honest, spectacular. I still can't believe I've only been doing this for 10 weeks. Just 10 weeks. October the 8th, I started with a $130 loan. And I still remember getting my first interest of $1.03. And you'll see that in my previous videos. So much has changed in such a little amount of time, and everything's accelerating. Everything's moving really, really quickly. My YouTube channel is exploding, my interest is exploding, and the amount of engagement I'm getting from you all is absolutely fantastic. Everybody who joins, my promise, everybody who joins my Bitconnect network gets to talk to me and communicate with me on a one-to-one private basis using WhatsApp. I've talked about it in a lot of my videos. I'm going to mention it again. If you sign up to Bitconnect using my referral code, I will help you in any way that I possibly can by sharing my journey and sharing my experiences. I'll take you to the website, I'll show you how I've done things, and I'll do my very best to make this process for you as smooth and as easy as possible by taking the pain out of it. So let's look at the data in a little bit more detail. Let's look at things from a slightly different perspective. It's all very well earning 35k in 10 weeks, but I'm making a claim of earning $1,000 a day. How does that work? Let's have a look at the data. And here it is. This is a spreadsheet I've used in one or two of my other videos, whereby I record some of the key data from my Bitconnect account to give us a developing picture, a growing picture, so we can track how the income is increasing and how the referrals affect the income in relation to the interest of the active loans. On the left-hand side of the spreadsheet, in the green, you can see the information which has been recorded. And the detailed information started around about a month ago, which is on the 24th of 11. I'm recording the 3 different levels of network bonuses which are inside my network. Level 1 being the people who are directly signed up below me, level 2 being the people under them, and level 3 being the people under them. I'm recording the projected commission based on this table here, which would demonstrate what happens if everybody reinvests all of their all of their interest, based on 5% for level 1, 3% for level 2, and 2% for level 3. And I'm also recording the number of people who are signed up using my affiliate link and who are in my network at level 1. Together with that, I'm recording my current active loan, so we can see my loan developing over the days, and in fact the lending profit which I've made on those loans. And I'm also recording the affiliate bonus, which is the money I get paid for the 5%, the 3%, and the 2%. And finally, my lending wallet balance. Now, all of this information provides the data needed for these graphs. So let's zoom in and take a look. So let's look at it in more detail. This table here shows us the breakdown of the 3 different levels of capital and interest which I'll be receiving, assuming everybody continues to reinvest. And this figure here, 14,536, is a monthly dollar value, US dollars obviously. And that translates into this graph, which I've been graphing as the days go by for the last month. And you can see, got a nice, straightforward incline. There'll be a name for it. I don't know what it is. It's going up, not down. That's what we like to see. Here is the growth of the referrals. You can see that a month ago I had just over 100, whereas now I've got 650. This little dip here is the Christmas break. Currently recording this between Christmas and New Year, so I'm expecting that to pick up as it was before. And down here, this is a complicated graph. This is the relationship between my active loan and my lending wallet. Now let me explain. My lending wallet balance goes up, and then when I reach the minimum amount that I want to do a lend, for example $5,000, you can see it suddenly falls away. Where's the money gone? It's gone into a lend up to there. So every time I do a lend, the blue line goes up, and I'm paying for it out of the lending wallet, which is why the orange line goes down. There's a lend, blue line goes up. There's a lend, blue line goes up, and so on and so on. This little dip here is Christmas. Thank you, Bitcoin. That was good. The next chart is the 3 levels of capital in my network. The blue line representing level 1, the people who've introduced capital directly below me. Level 2 and level 3. Interestingly enough, to see just after Christmas, we can see a sudden surge in everybody's lending. Here on this chart, you can see the relationship between the lending profit, which is the interest on my loans. You can see that now nicely, steadily increasing. Then you can see the income which I've made from the affiliate bonus, which is substantially more. And this final chart is my daily commission. This takes into account all of the earnings from the interest and from people introducing new loans, all the 5%, 3%, and 2%. And you can see that some days I've had pretty much $2,500. A lot of days I've had in excess of $1,000. And on average, when you work it out, it's around about $1,000 every single day. Now, to put this into perspective, have a look at this. This is a video that I did on YouTube just 3 weeks ago. And this is where I was up to. 7 weeks, 7,000 YouTube subscribers, and $7,000 profit. Well, look, after only 3 weeks, I have doubled the number of subscribers on YouTube. And in terms of profit, in just 3 weeks, I haven't just doubled that, or tripled it, or quadrupled it. I've quintupled it 5 times in just 3 weeks. That's astonishing growth. Absolutely astonishing growth. But how does it apply to you? How can you do this? Well, let me show you. It's actually quite easy. And I can show you using the latest version of my spreadsheet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is version 0.3, which contains a lot of improvements and a lot more functionality. For those of you who are long-term Crypto Challenge followers and long-term users of my spreadsheet, you'll notice it's quite a lot more detailed now. You can see we've got a lot more columns now. In fact, 6 more columns. The information has been broken down in such a way now whereby it's a lot easier to understand how your individual loans grow and how your reinvestment affects your overall earnings. This version of the spreadsheet also takes into account the maturity of each of the loans. And by that, I mean a loan which is of a value whereby it will be locked in for a term of 299 days, stays in the lending program for 299 days, and then comes out into the matured loan capital column and allows you to reinvest it if you want, or to withdraw it if you want. You now have a lot more control. The changes which have been made and the improvements which have been made, you can see on the version information tab. And I want to have a big high five and a big shout to Ben Stanley, and there's his referral code, for helping out by sending in some fantastic suggestions which I've incorporated into this version of the spreadsheet. Now, without further ado, let me show you how your money can grow. So Bitconnect is a lending program. And in many ways, it's a bit like having a bank that pays 30% interest every single month, which to be honest is nothing like a bank. But think of it as a bank account that pays out a very high amount of interest. And here, let me show you. The minimum amount you can lend with Bitconnect is $100, and I've got that here. Now I'm going to be prudent, and I'm going to assume that we'll be earning 0.9% every single day. And I'll put in today's date as a start for this demonstration. So with that initial investment, we can see the new capital is arrived in this column here. Now, just a very quick overview of the changes which has been made to this spreadsheet for those of you who've used my spreadsheets before. We obviously have the day number, we have the date. We now have a column which shows us the total of the active loans from $0 to $90 in value, from 100 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 100, etc. And we're doing this so that we can break down all the loans, and we can see the loans dropping into the relevant columns, and also when the loans mature and we get our money back, we can see them being removed from each of those columns as well. So back to the example. $100 in on day one, today's date, 28th of the 12th. So that 9% will bring you on your first day 90 cents. And your lending wallet balance will accrue in value up until you get your first $10 profit. And after that point, assuming you want to reinvest all the time by changing all of these yeses or nos to yeses, the spreadsheet will take that $10 and will reinvest it for you, and it will drop it into this column here. So your total active loan will be your original $100 plus your $10 reinvestment, meaning your total active loan at this point will be $110. So as you can see, as the days go by, the total active loan goes up and up and up, and after 3 months, we can see that we have pretty much more than doubled our money, $210. There's your original $100 loan, and all the reinvestments that you've made now means that you've got $110 in your active loans in this particular column. So on the 299th day, this $100 loan has matured. You've actually got, if you've reinvested every day, you've got $1,360 in active loans. Your original 100 plus all of this lot which you've reinvested as the term has gone by. But what the spreadsheet does is the spreadsheet takes you $100 out and drops it into this column here. And you can see that's why there's a gap there. Now, because I've chosen in this example to reinvest everything every single day, what happens is the spreadsheet will reinvest that for you the next day. You could, if you want, change that column to no and simply withdraw it and take that money out. It's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you. But in 299 days, you've converted $100 into $1,360 just on interest alone. No affiliates, no referrals. You don't have to do YouTube channels. You don't have to spend any money on marketing. That's just interest. Now, that's astonishing. Now, let's step it up. Let's show you $1,000. So here we go with $1,000. Go back into this cell here and change the value to 1,010. We do 1,010 because we get a little extra piece of interest, another 0.1%, which makes a big difference on the interest days, which are low. Of which that does happen occasionally, because on average we get around about 0.9 to 1% or thereabouts. So $1,000 in, you can see the loan is introduced here, and the loan has dropped straight into this column here. Now, again, assuming we're getting 0.9% every single day, you can see the lending wallet balance. You can see the interest received going into the lending wallet balances, and every day, assuming you've got all these set to yes, you can change these to no if you want to. That one there, and it will accrue the balance in the lending wallet and wait until it hits the next yes. That's entirely up to you. Let's just cancel those out there. But again, assuming that you're reinvesting every day, the spreadsheet will make the money work for you, and it will show you how much you have in your active loans for the loans which are the value of 0 to 90, and in this case, the $1,000 loan, it will sit there. So let's have a look how that matures. 3 months in, 90 days, you can see that you've more than doubled your money after 3 months. $1,000 will be $2,350. Again, this is just a straightforward reinvestment. There's no strategy here. There's no 60-60 strategy. This is just straightforward reinvesting non-stop, just to show you the power of the compounding interest. And you can see that all your reinvestments have now totaled 1,340, giving you this grand total at this point. But when the loan is mature and when the loan comes out again, now you can see the spreadsheet suggesting to switch to $1,000 loans at this point, because it's optimal to do that, because the $1,000 loans are of a shorter term. That's why there's this change here, if you've ever wondered. If we just scroll on until we find the point whereby the loan is matured. I've gone way past it, haven't I? Way past it. Where is it? 200 and there it is. 239 days. So at that point, your original $1,010 loan has been repaid. It's come out. But you're already introducing $1,000 reinvestments. So your investment is really picking up pace. So if it was today, the 28th of December, by the time you get your money back out, you'll already have $7,580 in active loans. It's astonishing. It's an absolutely bonkers amount of money, but that's what is going on. That's real. That's how it works. Now, let's step it up again. Let me show you $5,000. So here we are. Let's change it to 5,010. Again, we qualify for a slightly higher amount of interest. If we do that, the spreadsheet takes all that into consideration. So, assuming you introduce $5,010 on today, immediately the spreadsheet will suggest that you go in for $1,000 loans immediately. The $1,000 loans, the $1,000 reinvestments are shorter terms with higher interest. The 5,000 and the 10,000 are again shorter with more interest. So if you're reinvesting every single day, just make sure you check with the spreadsheet whether or not that's the optimum way to do it, or whether to accrue a balance in your lending wallet and then do the larger loans. I'm sure there's a lot of people just reinvesting every single day, and it's perhaps not the best way to do it. But download the spreadsheet and take a look for yourself. Anyway, back to the 5,000 example. Here's our active loan. Here's our first reinvestment of 1,000 in this column, and if you carry on, you'll see that here's our second. So the total amount that we have in our active loans at this point, $7,000, which is comprised of the original active loan of 5,000 plus a couple of $1,000s worth of reinvesting. You can see how it's starting to be broken down now. Don't forget, in this particular spreadsheet, you can at any point chuck more money in by using the new capital loan feature. So you can put $10,000 in there as well if you want to start doing that, and the spreadsheet will automatically calculate where that needs to go. It's going to assume you're going to reinvest it. It's going to take into consideration the loan maturity date, and it's also going to take into consideration the interest rate which each of the introductions will apply to. Let's take those out. Carry on. Okay, so let's scroll down. 90 days. Excuse me, I'm full of cold. $11,350. You'll notice that a lot of the fields are locked and the spreadsheet is pretty clamped down. I've had to do this because historically people have broken the spreadsheet and have caused a lot of emails to arrive asking me how to fix it and what they've done wrong and stuff. So it's easier to just lock it. Please don't ask me for the password. I don't give the password out. I have made some changes to this version of the spreadsheet. A lot of people have asked to be able to change the interest, which I've said yes to. You can now change the interest so you can use the spreadsheet to record your journey. And a lot of people have asked for the loan maturity facility as well, to be able to see the loans coming back out and then have the choice to do what you want to do with them, which are all incorporated into this version, the latest version. So let's go until the loan is matured, which is there. So, I missed it. No, sorry. There we go. So there's the original loan coming back out again, and you can see $20,000 at 180 days. It's just compound interest working particularly well, and a really graphic example of the power of reinvesting every single day. Now, again, I touched on it earlier on. Some of you will be following the 60-60 rule, which is another one of my videos, a strategy whereby you reinvest for 60 days and you take the money out for 60 days. And this is particularly popular because it's the fastest way to get your money back out again without leaving any money on the table, because it's a balance of taking money out and reinvesting so that you increase this capital amount. So let's do one more example very quickly. Let's have a look at $10,000 and see what that looks like. Okay, so $10,000. I always get this wrong. Is that right? Yes, $10,000. There we go. Now, believe it or not, there are quite a few people investing these types of amounts or more in Bitconnect. Some people are investing huge amounts, 100,000 or more total loans. So what you're seeing here is very real and very achievable. And you know how the spreadsheet works now. Let's just get down to the chase. Let's look at 90 days. So after 90 days, you have more than doubled your money, way more than doubled your money. You'll have 24,000 in active loans at that point. And when the loan is matured, which is only 120 days, you'll see that you have a significant amount of money in your loans. And if you choose to reinvest that, you're basically making between $300 and $400 every single day in very quick, short order, which translates into, when you look at this column, in excess of $100,000 a year income, just from dropping in a $10,000 loan. So that's quite a lot of information to take in, especially if you're new to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Bitconnect, lending platforms, all that kind of stuff. The spreadsheet can be a little bit overwhelming. There is a lot of information on there, but if you just take it steady and watch some of my tutorial videos on my YouTube channel, which you'll see, just search for the Crypto Challenge, then watch some of these videos and they'll basically take you through how to do things step by step. You can also join my Facebook group, the Crypto Challenge. Again, just search for it. It's an active, closed Facebook group. There's now over 1,000 members, and it's closed so that when you communicate with people and you ask questions, it will not show up on your Facebook stream so that nobody can see the fact that you're asking questions, etc. Only the people that are in the group. So it's nice and private. And most importantly of all is Bitconnect. And it's Bitconnect which has allowed me to earn $1,000 a day. It's the Bitconnect lending and referral program, which has given me the opportunity to go from zero to $1,000 a day in just 10 weeks. 10 weeks. It's astonishing. So there you have it. 30% a month profit simply from lending into the Bitconnect platform. You buy a Bitcoin, send it to Bitconnect, buy Bitconnect coins, and then lend them. Each loan is committed for a certain number of days, and during that time, you'll be earning interest at around about 1% a day. It's entirely up to you what you do with that interest. You can withdraw it or you can reinvest it. That's entirely up to you. Once the loan is repaid to you, it's credited back to your lending wallet, and at that point, you can choose to either reinvest it or withdraw it and take it out, along with all of your other interest. But if you want to work the referral program as well as the 30% a month interest, you stand to make a lot more money. And a lot of the people in my network are asking me for help and advice on how I'm doing it. And my advice is quite simply the case is follow me, copy me, start a YouTube channel, start a Facebook group, be yourself, be transparent, and share your experience and share your learning. So that's it for this episode of the Crypto Challenge. I hope you've enjoyed it. A little bit longer than I wanted, but never mind. Still quality all the same. I'm sure you'll agree. I hope you'll agree. Please click on subscribe and click the little bell so that you're notified every time one of my videos comes out. Join the Facebook group. Come and have a chat. I'm very active on there. You can meet me on there. And a lot of the members are very, very helpful, extremely positive, and there's no silly questions. Just come on in, come and join, and come and say hello. It's a very nice family in there. It's a very nice community. Don't forget, the link to join Bitconnect is in the description below. The link to the Bitconnect the Bitconnect tools.website, that's my website, where you can find the calculator that I was showing you earlier on. That is included in the description. And finally, as I always say on these videos, on these YouTube clips, if you can afford to lose it, use it. See ya. You finished? No, he's not finished yet. Finished? Nope. Can I get a word in edgeways? Do you mind? Hello everybody, my name is Darren, and welcome back to the Crypto Bloody dog. I just can't get that word out. At least the dog stopped barking.